What is up, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of Over the Octagon. It feels good to be back, finally recapping a UFC card. It's been a minute. We've been out doing some other things, out at events, interviewing fighters. The schedule has been full, but we're coming back to our roots after UFC 302, Dustin Poirier versus Islam Makhachev. We're going to give you our thoughts on the entire card, especially that crazy main event. Is Dustin done? Islam, and still, we've had Donald Trump in the building. Sean Strickland, still the #1 contender. Let us know your thoughts in the comment below. Don't forget to like the video, subscribe to the channel. Let us know what your favorite part of UFC 302 was. See y'all on the next one. Enjoy the video.
Hey, pussy, are you still there?
I actually admire that you can actually be this fake. And like when the TV comes on, how you can just change. You're the scum of the earth.
You don't doubt me, I couldn't do it. The odds that I couldn't do it. Look at me now. Lebanon, pound for pound. Headshot, dead. That's it.
What's up, everybody? Welcome back to Over the Octagon. We're back with some regular scheduled programming. It's
back,
been a
bitches.
fucking minute.
Yes. We're back, baby.
We are your host of Over the Octagon, Evan, Joel, and Nick. If you're not already, make sure you subscribe to the YouTube channel, like the video, leave us a comment. Tell us which host you want to smash the most. I don't know. Something. Say something in there. But, and if you're listening on Apple, Spotify, or any of the audio only, make sure you turn on automatic downloads, rate the show 5 stars, help us out. But, yeah, we're back with a regular episode, back to the roots, finally. It feels like it's been a year since we've just done a recap.
Yeah. Feels
Like-
good.
Skipped so many recaps to do interviews to be out. It's been crazy, man. So
Yeah.
fight
And-
companions and shit. And
Yeah, I mean, and even still, like, we had our trip to Massachusetts, which if anybody's listening or watching, if you haven't already, go check out the vlog from that. That's up on YouTube now. It's doing really well. Was a lot of fun to make and do. And but we had our trip to Massachusetts for Cage Titans, and like even this weekend, I was just down in Virginia, for a wedding. Shout out Steve and Meredith. Y'all are beautiful. Your wedding was amazing. Party was lit. People were drunk. It was sweet. And I was not the only UFC D-Gen there. So that made me feel, because I was like, I don't know, like I'm not missing some of these fights, bro. And so, I had my phone on me. I would throw a headphone in or something when I needed to. And during the reception, I'm dancing with the wife, and I kind of like look back. It was an outdoor wedding. I kind of look back outside the tent where the dance floor was. There's a bunch of guys like kind of huddled up around somebody's phone. And my wife says to me, I think they're watching the UFC.
Let's go.
And I
oh,
was
she
like-
just had to let it go. She was like, "Go watch."
So I was like, for real? She's like, yeah. So I go over there. I'm like, yo, what are you guys watching? They're like, oh, the UFC. Every single one of them had every single one of those guys had 7 different parlays. They were live betting it because we were in Virginia, dude. So coming from Delaware where you really only have one app and it kind of sucks. We could all get on FanDuel and stuff and put some live bets in and some bets in on UFC 302
It's lit.
Saturday night. So it was awesome. Shout out Mike. I know he made some money. He was telling me all his bets. He definitely cashed out some coins Saturday night. But
Shit.
we're back, boys. We're back.
We are
UFC
back.
302 recap. We're fucking back.
I love it, man.
Crazy.
I'm happy we're doing
Feels
this
good.
again, dude. It feels like
I
it's been
know.
like a month at least.
Yeah. So, I mean, we kind of talked before this. We can talk about the main event for as long as we need to. Rest of the card was okay. It had some good moments, but I think, the general consensus around the rest of the entire card as a whole, or UFC 302, was a little bit disappointing. Give me what are your thoughts on that main event? Start there.
First off, I'm going to start by saying this, dude. I hate this, and it always happens this way. When I finally get someone who's not interested in the UFC to watch a card, it always turns out like this, dude. Always. I'm getting asked fucking 7 fights in. Is anyone ever going to finish someone? Is anyone going to ever like knock anybody out? My wife's like, this sucks. This is boring. Like,
Yeah.
I'm like, fuck, man. Like, what am I supposed to say here? Like, decision.
You know,
It's like, dude.
it's so screwed up too because your first finish of the night was fucking Jailton Almeida.
Yeah, exactly.
That's insane.
God damn it, dude. I hate that guy.
I
think
hate him.
he
I'm
stinks.
so mad. I'm like, he's about to get cut, even though he's ranked number 7. But then he finishes somebody. I'm like, what the fuck? We can't get rid of this
I felt like that
fucker.
was a kind of an easy fight. I don't even know why people were giving like Romanov like even like the slightest chance against him. Almeida, his wrestling, his ability to get you to the ground, it's the best, almost one of the best in that division, dude. It's
it's
great.
elite.
Now him finishing you, and it's a little bit different, but I mean, it was no doubt in my mind that he was going to go in there and smoke that dude. I was like, he's going to submit him, and I had that bet, so I'm glad he did. But yeah, dude, that was the first finish of the night, so you had to sit through 5 or 6 freaking decisions before you got the first submission, which is kind of like a boring rear naked.
Right. So, yeah, I mean, most of the time he just rides guys, you know, like lay and pray and rides guys out.
Like
so I mean, at least he. Oh,
What'd he say?
Like straight Diddy mode, you know what I'm saying?
I knew he said that.
But at least he worked and got a submission, you know. But
you want to talk about the main event?
Yeah, I want to talk about the main event. I do. Islam Makhachev, Dustin Poirier. It got fight of the night. Islam got a performance of the night bonus as well. 5 rounds. You know, almost 3 minutes into the last round, Islam finally gets a Darce choke submission of Dustin Poirier, and still.
Let me ask you this: did Dustin Poirier just look better than we expected, or did Islam actually look worse than we expected?
That one, in my opinion, man. I think he got exposed. I don't think he's fought any good lightweights besides Charles Oliveira, who's downward spiral in his career. I think, dude, he's not Khabib. That's what I learned. He's not as unstoppable as Khabib, and he's
definitely not as unstoppable as Khabib is.
Yeah, definitely not. So I think, I mean, I saw a lot. I'm happy that this guy didn't look that great. I see some lightweights that are going to be able to take him. I think Justin Gaethje would be a great matchup for him, man. A great one.
Yeah, that's the one that should have happened too. You know.
Do you think Arman Sarukian has a chance?
Fuck yeah. Fuck yeah.
I just I can't find a place where any area where like Arman's better than him.
Yeah, I mean, I agree with you on that.
You know what I mean? Like I think Islam's wrestling. Here's what I'll say about a positive for Islam, because I do tend to agree with you that I think he's never looked as beatable. Like even that really first fight with Volkanovski, that was really close.
Yeah.
Like the entire time, it still just felt like you still got to get back in there and deal with this motherfucker. You know, like it felt like the entire time you're going to be fighting an uphill battle, and it felt that way with Gaethje. But like, dude, like in those later rounds or third round specifically, like Gaethje really just started throwing him off when he starts takedown attempts.
You talking about Poirier or Gaethje?
Poirier, sorry, yeah, Poirier.
I was like, what the fuck?
Yeah, my mistake. And
he was, man.
He was just, his takedown defense was incredible, and it's like, you know, all right, so maybe, you know, but then here's what I'll say, and this is why I brought that up. That fucking ankle pick, and then the like leg sweep from the ankle pick to take him down was something he had not even tried or done up until right then in the fight. And you're talking about halfway through the last round. My man's already fought 22 and a half minutes. And you come with that level of wrestling still. Like you're still that mentally sharp to where you're able to put that together.
It was dirty.
It was, yeah.
It was dirty. I was like, damn,
I
like that takedown, man. That was hard to say.
And then just hopped on him.
Yeah. Oh, man,
you know?
yeah.
I do think Poirier, though, showed us more than a lot of people expected him to do. To be
Yep.
honest, especially like against Islam, I thought it was either going to be Dustin was going to catch him early, or
Yep.
Islam was going to just dominate him.
Is the retirement official? Is that like super official?
It's not official, but it's probably like 80%
Really
true.
Well, I
I
think
guess.
Damn, man.
I would say that in his mind, and I mean this is just speculation, obviously, but in his mind, like, what does he have left to fight for?
Yeah.
Right? Like, I mean, he's had the legacy fights. He's fought everybody
Everyone.
in his career. I mean, like, he has enough money. Like, you know, I mean, I guess
yeah.
there's a world where you entice this guy with some huge payday, but like, he doesn't really strike me as that type of person. You know, and then, you know, he's 35, whatever he is, 35 years old. I don't know. There was an interesting point brought up last night where, you know, I don't think a McGregor rematch is in the cards just because he's been there, done that. I don't know. They were talking about it right after the fight. Like, I don't know if he's really up for that, like, you know, beef and shit talk and all that kind of stuff before the fight and going through all that stuff that Conor McGregor brings, because it's like, it really is next level. Yeah, it's a lot, bro.
Oh,
like, I, you know, as much as like people shake that shit off and whatever, it's just part of the game. But like, you know, are you really about to get in bed with a guy again that's like gonna bring your wife into it and
your hot sauce?
yeah, like, I just, you know, I don't know if he's down for that, but right, I mean, if McGregor beats Chandler, you know, I don't know. I mean,
I would say more if McGregor loses to Chandler,
you get a Chandler rematch potentially. You think?
Yeah.
No, that or it just makes it more of a reason to have Dustin versus Conor fight each other because they're both on a loss and they have bad blood.
Well, Conor's would be on a 3 loss technically.
True.
And Dustin is 2 of them.
Yeah.
Technically.
Yeah.
If we're not counting
So
the leg
you
break.
think if he would have to win to get that fight?
Yeah, for sure. Yeah. For sure.
I still think like if Conor does win or lose, are we going to see him fight again? Like,
it's tough to
could
say.
this be a one and done? Like,
I don't know.
He'll fight again.
I don't know.
I hope. If he wins, definitely. But if he doesn't, man, he'll do some fucking Jake Paul type shit, maybe, or start his own shit.
Well, and you know, obviously he owns a part of BKFC now.
Yeah.
And then he's been teasing this thing about like, oh, him and Dana have some big news coming.
Yeah. That's insane.
So I don't know. Like, I mean, that just seems too coincidental that he gets ownership of Bare Knuckle and then him and Dana. Like, is there something in the works there? I mean,
is there a world where we see Conor McGregor versus Mike Perry and Bare Knuckle?
I was thinking,
that'd be huge, dude.
That would be fucking big.
The only thing is like a lot of the things that Conor does so well, especially with his kicks and stuff, like you can't do in bare knuckle, right?
Yeah,
so like it makes him so much more one dimensional, and a lot of like his kick game is what makes him so good.
True.
So I don't know how well he would really fare in bare knuckle, man.
I'm surprised they don't.
Crazy fight.
Why is there not a league that's bare knuckle but with kicks?
Well, so there's bare knuckle MMA. There's Game Bread, which is Jorge Masvidal's thing. They do bare knuckle MMA.
Yes. Yeah, that's
what if bare knuckle fighting like kind of did like a branch off and started their rival like bare knuckle MMA?
It's possible
to rival Masvidal's, and that would be some shit Conor would do to like just be the piece of shit that he is.
Yeah.
Try to be a competitor.
For sure. Yeah, I mean, there's definitely a world, something. But, I mean, to bring it back to Poirier, like, I don't know. I mean, I think him giving the speech, I think he has it 99% made up in his mind that he's done. Because if it was more of a question and he really wasn't sure, I don't think he makes that speech in the octagon after the fight. Just his whole kind of attitude was like, man, I'm done. I think I'm done. So, I don't know. That might have been the last we saw. But I'll tell you this. I know he didn't win the fight. But, Islam is the pound-for-pound number one fighter in the world. And, Poirier really did he looked the best he's ever looked, even in a loss.
Yeah, it's true.
Yeah, he looked dirty, man. I wanted to explode a couple times, man. I felt like, Islam will get you so fucking tired, you can't explode. And that's what he does. And I wish I saw a little explosion out of Dustin. There was some little moments, but I wanted to see that a lot more.
Yeah, I agree. So what are we thinking? What's next for Islam? Is it Arman Sarukian? Is it Leon Edwards? What's next?
So when is the Manchester card?
Manchester's in November, I think.
I think so.
No, it's not that late, is it? I thought it was August or something.
Oh, maybe it is August 12th.
Okay, so here's the only my thought would be, I would love to see Islam fight the winner of Leon and Bilal for the welterweight championship. And honestly, if I know so many people have kind of talked shit on two division champions and people trying to go for two belts, but Islam's probably the only one that has a legitimate case for it.
Yeah, but I still feel like I agree with Nick though. I still feel like he needs to fight one more lightweight.
Yeah. Okay. So, and that's what I was going to say.
You're going to fight up a weight class. I feel like you at least need to defend your belt twice in your own weight class, not a guy smaller than you in your own weight class.
The first time, we weren't saying that about Volk, when those fights were happening, because Volk and him were the pound for pound number 1 and 2. Volk was arguably a more dangerous fight for him to take than anybody in his division. Now he beat him so easily. Now we're saying, he needs to fight more lightweights. It's that's exactly what's happening.
Yeah, but fighting 10 pounds less and fighting 10 pounds higher in martial arts is huge, though.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, for sure. It's more of a challenge to go up than it is to come down, essentially.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
But I guess we'll find out.
Yeah, but what I was going to say is I think that here's the problem. Islam fights twice a year around now, and then you could expect him to possibly fight again November, December. Especially after a war especially after a war like that, I would assume way later in the year. And then same thing with Leon and Bilal. No disrespect, but neither one of them are very active fighters either. No. So I'm not sure I can expect a turnaround from either one of those guys to fight in August in Manchester and then fight in November against Islam. I don't really see that happening.
Yeah, these champs need to get more active, man.
Let's hold on a second. I know he's not as active, but he has at least defended his belt twice. Leon's defended his belt twice since he's won it. So,
sure, yeah.
Not in any of the champs that we've have right now has defended their belt twice besides Islam.
Well, that's because you have new champs.
Yeah.
That's because you have new champions. But Leon won his belt in 2022.
And he defended it twice in 2023.
Where's Strikes' next fight, by the way?
That's going to be in.
Is he even
probably?
Yeah, it's assuming that it's going to be against Izzy. That's a good segue to your co-main event. You had Sean Strickland Costa.
Yeah, how was that a split decision?
It was not.
We were talking about that before.
It was not a split decision.
You got me
fucking
up, bro.
Unanimous, dude.
Yeah, so Strickland obviously wins a technically split decision against Paulo Costa. I said to Joel, it was a stretch to give Costa 2 rounds. I think you could argue maybe if you really wanted to, but you'd be reaching that he won 2 rounds.
I don't even see that.
So I don't see the world in which he wins 3, and that's a split decision. Actually, it was 49-46, right? So that judge gave him 4 rounds to 1.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
Where do you find these chumps, bro? What?
Dude, so I was telling you, the same guy that gave Paulo Costa that 49-46 was the same guy that gave Mitch Raposo 29-28. It was the same judge.
He had Mitch winning that fight.
Yeah.
That was wild. Shout out Mitch.
Yeah,
that was a hard fight for him, dude. That dude was massive.
Yeah, he was
massive. He was
Dude's
massive.
big. Well,
Mitch got a payday though, so fuck it.
Well, and they were saying that guy realistically, that guy could be a bantamweight.
Yeah,
yeah,
absolutely.
That guy should be a bantamweight. So
yeah,
you know what I mean. But and especially when you miss weight by 5 pounds or whatever,
exactly.
You know,
seriously, man.
And you have a full camp, you miss weight by 5 pounds. Mitch takes it on 10 days' notice and makes 125.
God,
you know, I mean, he walked into a really, really fucked up situation. So shout out to him for, doing his thing. Sucks that he didn't get the result he wanted, but respect earned nonetheless.
Hopefully they bring him back, man. Hopefully.
Oh yeah, we'll see him back. He ain't going
definitely.
nowhere.
Because that was.
He still fought a 3-round decision.
Yeah.
In his debut against a guy who was fucking huge compared to him.
Yeah,
and undefeated.
Yeah, they're calling him Edson Barboza.
Yeah,
Jr. And I can see it. He looked good.
He did.
But I hate this for Paulo Costa though, because now it kind of puts him in a 2 losses. He's not bad, man. He's still a good fighter. And I just feel like he's about to pull like the Marvin Vettori and just like kind of fall back and keep falling back.
It's easy in that division, man.
It's so easy, man.
I think I hope he stays active like he's doing.
I do too. I like it.
Yeah, I hope he stays active. If he stays active, and we'd have to really like look at certain guys coming up at middleweight. But I'd like to see him do what Strickland did, right? Like take a guy like a surging prospect, let's say. Like maybe even a guy that's, he's 7th, he just lost, but he lost to number 1, so his ranking is really not going to fall that far. But like maybe you take a guy right on the fringe of the top 15 or at the end of the top 15, and like hold your ranking. Like, right? Like a lot of times we see guys take on this gatekeeper role when they're in position like he's in right now.
True.
And he's a scary fucking gatekeeper, brother.
He is.
So what do you think would have happened though? So say if Paulo Costa would have won, all right? He beats the number 1, ranked.
Right.
He wins. What then? What do you do with Robert Whittaker, who just beat him the fight before?
So
then you kind of have like another jam up in the division to where shit's gonna get real confusing.
Well, it's already confusing because here's the problem is you have your next title
too.
Right. So you have your next title fight to where you're not giving Strickland the rematch. You're going to give it to Izzy, who Strickland beat. Then really, Whittaker versus Hamzat, that's a number 1 contender fight. That's what that is. That's a number 1 contender fight.
It is.
So like, and especially the timing of how these fights are, they're going to fight. You're going to have, and that's this month, I believe, right?
That's in 2 weeks.
So that's going to be your number 1 contender fight, brother. And Strickland's going to get fucked. Strickland's getting fucked. Whether he realizes it right now or not, he's getting fucked. Because one of those guys is fighting for a belt.
Well, 3 weeks. It's in 3 weeks. Damn.
Yeah. Damn, dude.
That card is sick, guys. That Whittaker Hamzat card.
So you think if Whittaker
that's
beats,
a good ass card.
Either one, if Whittaker or Hamzat win, the next they fight for the title next.
I do. I think that's a number 1 contender fight.
That's crazy.
Is
fucking Strickland about to get cannoniered up in this?
Yes. And you have Cannonier fighting next week, but he's coming off an injury, right? So like, do you get? They fought before, right? You get a rematch between Strickland and Cannonier if Cannonier wins.
Brendan Allen's on the come up too.
Yeah, it's gonna be a
Yeah, but he just
clusterfuck, brother.
lost, didn't he?
No, he won. He looked like shit, but he won.
Oh yeah, it beat Chris Curtis. That's right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I'll say this: this division actually has been a clusterfuck since they took the belt from Sean Strickland. It's been a mess.
Yeah, I
because
agree.
they didn't give him a rematch, which he, we all, I think, believe that he won that fight anyway.
Yep.
Close decision, but I think he won that fight. You give the fight to DDP. DDP's champ now. Now all of a sudden Strickland doesn't get his rematch, which I don't necessarily have a problem with people not getting rematches, especially somebody that won the belt, never defended it. Like you win it, you lose it in your first defense. But a fight that was that close, and then you kind of skip right over him. You give it to Izzy. Izzy, I guess there's an argument to be made that he deserves it just because of the run and the reign that he had as champion. But then you make another, then you have Whitaker beat Paulo Costa. You have Hamzat being the, typical animal he is. He's undefeated. Then you make the Whitaker Hamzat fight. I mean, that's a number one contender fight, dude. So you're going to have DDP,
right.
Izzy, and the winner's going to fight the winner of fucking Whitaker and Hamzat, and Strickland and Cannonier are going to both be coming off wins, looking at each other like fucking holding their dicks, not knowing what's going on.
Damn. So that's kind of leads us into the next fight, though. So is this the fight to make next? Kevin Holland versus Paulo Costa?
They did talk about that. Yeah, I mean, Kevin Holland's is he actually a ranked middleweight?
I think he would
Let
be
me
like
see.
15 or something. 15, top 15.
He's not.
He's not right now, I know.
Because he fights at welterweight.
Oh, he's a
Yeah.
welterweight.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
right. So I don't know. I mean, but he kind of just fights whoever they tell him to fight, which, hell yeah,
Yeah, he's about
Yeah.
that check. He's
Yeah,
about the
loudmouth
check.
gang, baby. That boy about
Yeah.
that life.
Keep me
He's
around.
still young too. He's still got time.
Hell yeah.
That was a great submission, man.
Yeah,
Oh,
he
he
broke that
broke
dude's
his
dude.
arm.
100%.
Fuck, I love seeing that shit, dude.
So if you guys, you brought, Joel, you already brought it up, but the video that my wife posted and tagged us on Instagram on our story of me watching the fights in the car on the way back from the wedding Saturday night, I was watching the Kevin Holland fight.
Oh, perfect.
So I was hyped. Let's fucking go. Let's fucking go. I was so hyped.
Great. It was great, man.
Dude, it's like he wasn't tapping. I was in the car screaming, break his fucking arm. Break his fucking break it. Because, like, yo, that arm bar was deep. Once he got his left leg over his head, it's like, dude, it's just a matter of time. If he ain't going to tap.
He pulled the arm underneath his and just kind of cranked it back like that. I was like, oh, shit. Then
Snap that motherfucker.
Snap. I was like, oh.
He tried to argue it too.
The tap. I'm like, dude,
Well,
your arm just
his
snapped
arm's
in
just
half,
like
bro.
his arm's just like dangling down. He's like, I didn't tap. It's like, yeah, brother, but pick your arm up.
Yeah,
you
it
can't.
was just like all like wobbly and shit.
Yeah, but I mean, dude, great win for Kevin Holland, especially coming off that loss to Michael Venom Page.
Sure,
right? So he loses to Michael Venom Page. He gets fucking styled on. He's confused as hell. He got clipped in this fight, but then, was able to get the armbar and then broke his fucking arm. I mean, it's a great win for Kevin Holland at a different weight class, at a weight class higher than, welterweight, what he normally fights at. He fought this at middleweight at 185 pounds. I mean, yeah, he called himself a gatekeeper in the octagon last night. I don't know if you guys caught that. But
I did.
He said, I'm the best gatekeeper the UFC's got.
Yep.
I could be wrong, but I think he was like, maybe Luque will back out and I can fight Diaz.
Whoa.
He did. I think he said that in an interview after that. He was like, maybe Luque will back out and then I can fight Diaz.
That'd be a fun fight.
It'd be fun for the people.
I still can't really wrap my head around like the whole Tony Ferguson and Nick Diaz. Like, I can't, I mean, I just don't understand a world in which, like, what Nick Diaz has to gain, really.
He looked so bad. He went out bad. And
he did against Lawler.
I think it's just haunting him, man. I think it is, dude.
He has to go out on a better note.
Yeah.
Because he's nuts.
I respect that. And everybody loves Nick and Nate, dude, but like
hell yeah.
No hate, so I just can't wrap my mind around like why are we doing this? But and I think like you give him Kevin Holland, I think that's even
it makes
more
it a
difficult.
way more, but I think it's still that makes it way more entertaining than Luque.
Oh yeah.
I mean, like I would have like why the fighting Luque and Diaz like does nothing for Vincent Luque.
Yeah,
nothing, dude.
And Diaz is not going to fight for a title, and Luque was literally like in the top 10 not too long ago.
Yeah, I mean he was supposed to just fight Sean Brady, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
I mean,
and now he's fighting a guy who hasn't fought in over a year.
Longer than that. When did he fight Robbie Lawler?
2021.
Okay,
Yeah,
3 years. But then how long was it before that when he fought last?
7 years, 2015. Jesus.
Yeah.
Against
so
Silva.
Yeah, you know what I mean? I don't know. I don't know, boys.
Yeah.
But whatever. I mean, that's, we'll see how that shakes out. Kevin Holland got a performance of the night bonus, as he should. He fucking did his thing. Shout out to him. Other than that, now you get into decision city, man.
Fucking A.
Every other fight on this except for
Jailton Almeida.
Jailton Almeida was a decision. Every fight on the card.
Yeah, fucking snoozer, man. But that shit happens. Nico Price looks somewhat decent too. And he's a vet in the game, man.
Yeah.
All right, so Nick is right, dude. The UFC is about to put us into a blender for the next 2 weeks, and then out of nowhere, we're getting Hamzat Whitaker card, and that card is a banger.
It's a certified banger, boys.
It's very slept on.
All right, so run that down for me. Let's do this because I'm not overly enthusiastic about the rest of the UFC 302 card. So if it's okay with you guys. I don't want to get into like detail, but like let's just look at our next couple weeks. And since you're looking at Saudi Arabia, let's start with UFC Saudi Arabia. What date? How long do we have till that? And then give me the rundown of that card.
22nd of June. So
3 weeks.
Right, June 22nd, UFC Saudi Arabia, main event.
Chimaev.
Robert Whitaker, Hamzat Chimaev.
Yep. Oh, yeah. Co-main event: Sergey Pavlovich, Alexander Volkov.
Banger. Then Johnny
two
Walker.
Russian bangers.
Yeah. And then you got Kevin Gastelum, Daniel Rodriguez.
Okay.
Don't skip Johnny Walker, bro.
Yeah, well, I was gonna say Johnny Walker's fighting Volkan Ozdemir.
Okay. Johnny Walker. Yep.
Shara Bullet, Shara Magomedov.
Oh.
Fighting Joyton Lutterbach.
He's fun to watch.
So here's because so that Shara Bullet's probably a guy that I know some, hardcore fans would know, but your more casual fan probably wouldn't know of him quite yet. This motherfucker looks like a one-eyed pirate. He's like a kickboxing version of Khabib that only has one eye, and his other eye looks like a glass eye.
Yep. It does.
He looks like a legitimate murderer. Pretty sure he's killed people in real life. I'm actually 100% positive on it. Scary dude. Great kickboxer.
Yeah.
Coming out of Russia. Looks like a Dagestani. I don't know where he's actually from, but
with red hair.
Yeah. He's like a crazy looking guy.
He got some insane striking, man.
He does.
Next week's card, I didn't realize it was in Kentucky. That's pretty
Louisville.
Dope. Louisville, okay.
What the fuck?
Yes, we're moving out of the Apex, baby. He said it.
Yeah, man. Jared Cannonier, Imavov in Louisville. And then Dominic Reyes, Dustin Jacoby co-main, Raul Rojas Jr. versus Ricky Terceris.
Wow.
Sierra. That's a good guy. That's a good fight.
Ricky Terceris looks like he's 10 years old. Holy shit.
So how long has it been since Cannonier's fought? He had a really bad injury. He was out for a while.
I think it was Sean Strickland, right?
No, it's Marvin Vettori.
Vettori, yeah, exactly.
Yeah, almost a year.
He didn't fight at all in 2023, or he did?
Yeah, he did. He fought Vettori and won.
Okay.
Mhm.
Oh, all right. Oh, yeah, that's right. We've talked about this before, and it wasn't as long of a layoff as I thought it was. Okay,
Nah,
so he's coming off an injury. This is his first fight back off the injury.
on a 2-fight win streak over Strickland and Vittori.
Yep, yep, yep.
So
Okay. So he's fighting him off, and that's next Saturday. That's a fight night, no pay-per-view, but it's in Kentucky. No Apex, live crowd.
yep.
It's kind of sick, man. Kentucky gets hard, man. I like
Yeah.
Kentucky.
Yeah, that's gonna be good. That'll be fun. And all of these fight nights that they do in front of live crowds, those crowds are always awesome.
Oh wait,
Oh,
yeah.
yeah.
Dude, it's so much better than the Apex. They just need to leave the Apex for Slap. It's it.
Yeah,
If
power
Slap's that big, leave it for Slap.
Is Slap as big as Dana says it is?
I mean, I don't know, but
It's
I don't
funny as
watch
hell,
it.
man.
Nick
It is
watches
so-
that shit.
It is so
Do
funny,
you?
bro.
Yeah, he
I
watches
watched
it.
the first season cracked me up. You got the fucking weirdest dudes in the world on this shit, dude. You guys
Yeah.
are fucking just weird fucking nutcases, dude. And they just watching them get knocked out from a slap. I laugh so hard, bro.
Yeah.
And they're in like a reality house together too. It's so dumb.
Really?
I think that's
Yeah.
what makes it better is them in the reality house.
They think they're all hard and shit. A lot of these
Where
guys,
can you
man.
watch that?
YouTube.
Okay,
Yeah.
YouTube Power Slap reality show Power Slap. I'm gonna, dude. We may have
It's
to start
funny.
doing some Power Slap episodes, dude.
I love it. And
Thoughts?
you got ex
We just gotta
MMA
watch it.
guys, ex champions doing it. Tim Silvio did it.
Mm-hmm.
A couple other people are doing it, man. I think it's retarded though, but good.
Yeah,
It
you
is
gotta
dumb.
you gotta have something wrong with you. I feel like to just stand in front of somebody and let them slap the dog shit out of you.
Oh, you got these guys with all these big gauges and fucking beads in their hair, looking like they own the mosh pit. Coming in there, killing it. It's
Okay,
funny.
yeah.
Fucking
That's
biker
awesome.
gang guys.
So,
Yeah.
so we have UFC Louisville next week. We have Saudi Arabia after that.
No,
No,
I didn't even
dude.
wanna bring
There's
that one up.
Yeah, that one's. I mean, I like the.
The only
Tyra
good
guy.
fight is Tatsuri Tyra
Tatsuri
versus
Taira.
Alex Perez.
Okay, and what is that an Apex fight night or what?
That is
fight
an
night,
Apex
but-
fight night. Yep.
Is it?
Okay, so we go to UFC Louisville where we have Jared Cannonier. Then we go back to the Apex. What's the main event of the fight in the Apex?
Perez
Alex
versus
Perez.
Tara.
And Tatsui Tyra?
Yeah.
Yeah, who I like.
Yeah, I do too. Okay, not like, not
And then
You know,
Andre
something that's
Muniz
gonna be a
just got
huge draw,
injured,
but-
so he's out
But
of
there's
that fight against Ikram
you got
Alaskar.
a lot of lower weights fighting too, so it is gonna be entertaining. You got a lot of featherweight fights, flyweight
okay.
fights.
that's
So
good.
it's
They
gonna
stopped
be
doing
active.
heavyweight fucking main events in the Apex. Great. Awesome.
Yeah.
All right,
Yes.
and then we get into Saudi Arabia. So you have Louisville, then you have an Apex card, then you have UFC Saudi Arabia, which is huge, and that's a fight night, right?
That's insane.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
dude.
not a pay-per-view.
Yeah, it's a fucking fight night.
That's incredible. And then
And
after
UFC
that,
303, baby.
UFC 303. So we have two numbered UFC pay-per-view events in June.
Yeah, June is sick, dude.
Yeah, June is pretty sick so far. So
4 events in June.
yeah,
Well,
Yeah, I
technically
love them.
5.
technically 5. June 1st. Yeah. Yeah.
The
5
302
Saturdays.
stacked. Oh my god.
Wow. 5 pay-per-views.
303. 303, you mean?
303.
The
yeah.
McGregor
yeah.
card.
Stacked,
Yeah, and
dude.
I actually really like the Ian Gary Michael Venom Page fight that they announced
It's
on
a
303.
very interesting fight.
Dude,
I'm-
Gary's
I'm-
gonna piece him up.
I think Ian Gary wins, but it's gonna
Yeah.
it's gonna
I
be an
do-
interesting fight.
I do too. I think Ian Gary is a good enough striker, and he's disciplined enough to.
Mhm.
He's going to be able to beat him.
I
More
agree.
power, I think. I think a little bit more power too.
Yeah,
Finishing
Think so?
capability.
Yeah.
yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
hey, Carlos Uberg and Jamal Hill is an interesting
That's true.
fight too.
Yeah, that's also on that
That's a
card.
great fight, dude.
Yeah.
And you got Peyton Talbot, the up and comer.
Is
Oh,
he
yeah.
on UFC 303?
Yeah.
Early prelims.
Oh my God!
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. So you got
Fuck
that.
yes, dude.
You got Andre Feely versus Cub Swanson. I
Dude,
love
Andre
Cub Swanson.
Arlovsky is fighting on 303.
No, he's not.
he is.
I don't see it.
He's
Oh
on
my
there.
God.
The prelims against Martin Boudet. yeah.
What?
Okay, so
I didn't even see it on the UFC website. That's crazy.
Dude, that's incredible. I love it. I love it. I love
Yeah.
it. It's great. So, yeah, hopefully.
Joe Pfeiffer, better get that
Yeah,
dub.
Joe
Joe Pfeiffer.
Pfeiffer.
Get
Joe
that
Pfeiffer
dub, Joe
back.
Pfeiffer. Come back.
Yeah. Tough fight against Marc-Andre Barriault, man. Tough fight. But I
I
think
did
he
it.
can.
Yeah.
He needs a comeback after that loss to Hermanson. I think he's going to come back with something to prove.
Agreed.
Oh, he definitely is. He's a workhorse, man. You can just tell in his ethic, the way he fights.
And I think the way I saw this card, Ian Machado Gary and MVP Michael Venom Page are the first fight on the main card.
Kicking it off.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Woo!
That's dope. Cub Swanson, Andre Feely, the featured prelim. That's a good fight at featherweight, dude. I like that. That's gonna be entertaining as fuck.
It is gonna be good.
I wonder if Cub's gonna
Charles
retire.
Jourdain. Yeah,
I'm a
Peyton
big-
Talbot.
Cub Swanson may retire.
Yeah, he might.
Look, don't hate me for this, okay? But women's MMA.
Uh-oh.
Michelle
I
Wooderson
know.
Gomez, Jillian Robertson on the prelims, UFC 303.
Oh, yeah.
I'm in.
I'm in for
in.
multiple reasons, bro.
I'm in, bro.
Yeah.
Lock
I'm
me in.
definitely in. Lock me in a room.
I'm so fucking in right now, dude. I'm so fucking in.
I'm so fucking in right now.
Well, look, man, we're gonna have to do. We might have to. Finally, we're back to doing.
We're back, boys.
Fight card recaps. Back to your regular scheduled events. Weekly episodes. We're gonna have to on some of these cards do some previews.
Absolutely,
Yeah.
dude.
We're gonna have to get back to the roots here. Do some previews. Throw some bets up. You know, maybe we'll do a little maybe a little ball tingle of an Over the Octagon parlay in our future,
Again,
possibly.
yeah, maybe.
We'll have to bring that back.
Conor McGregor by knockout.
No, dude, because I saw your picks on Verdict this week. You put all your fucking XP on Dustin Poirier by knockout.
When are we gonna learn? I think we're too stubborn at this point.
No, Joel just bets with his heart and his emotions too much.
Yep.
Dude. He puts everything on like what he wants to happen.
Because,
so bad.
dude, because look, bro, if that miracle does happen, it'll be the greatest moment ever. And I will be a part of it.
And the minute he stops doing it, it's gonna happen. And he's gonna be
Exactly.
so fucking pissed.
Right. I get it. I get it.
I
get it. I did still somehow
Like, just imagine if
per
Dustin
usual-
Poirier would have knocked him out, and I would have been
Right.
able to make the post. Like, I called it, boys.
called that. Right. Yeah.
I did it.
Well,
All
you
me,
and like a million other people that
But
fucking
fuck
wished
it.
upon the same thing, you know.
Yeah, but fuck it.
But listen, I don't know how it happened, boys, but your boy is kicking off season 4 of Verdict MMA in first place. So you both can gobble my nuts. First place last season, starting off already hot. First place this season.
I'll catch
You're gonna
up,
be
bro.
you're gonna be chasing me again. Nah, dude, you're in like 4th or something. We got Thomas in there now. Wounded's in there. He beat you, I think. Fucking Dominic beat you. You're way down the list now, dude.
Nah, that's
we
easy,
got
bro.
other hitters with good picks in that league, dude. It's gonna start getting competitive. You need to lock in.
I'm not worried, bro. I'm gonna keep hammering the underdog every single week until it hits.
You're gonna go broke.
Hey, but you know what? That's some gangster shit. And you know who else is a gangster? Fucking Donnie Trump.
Yeah.
A fucking man of the people.
He loves
Fucking
the
guy
UFC.
catches 30 plus felonies and then shows up to UFC 302 on the weekends.
He
What
loves
a
the
G.
UFC. He loves
He does
it, dude.
love the UFC.
He does. He does.
Can't
I
convict me here, bitch.
I was hoping he was there, dude. All the fighters love him too. Even Kevin Holland. I was kind of like
Yeah.
not surprised, but I didn't really necessarily expect Kevin Holland of all people. Strickland, I definitely did.
Well,
But, like,
dude,
Kevin
Holland's
Holland-
from Texas, bro.
Yeah,
He's a Texas boy, dude.
He's a cowboy, right?
Yeah, he's a cowboy guy, man.
Yeah.
He's a country boy.
that motherfucker went right up to him.
Yeah, he
you
did.
know? So a lot of respect. And I don't know if you guys saw when the fights were over, but Trump and Khabib were having a little conversation.
I saw that, dude. Did you see what they were saying?
No,
What?
Yeah, Khabib went up to him and was like he basically saying like you're the only one that can stop this war and all this shit going
and
on.
talking about Russia and Ukraine, I'm assuming.
Yeah, and and Trump was like, I'll make it stop. I'll make it stop first day.
What?
That's what he said to Khabib. He said,
That guy's sick.
I'll make it happen.
That's
Yeah.
insane. Oh, dude.
There was a lot of good good shit shared last night. Like even Khabib and Dustin Poirier kind of like,
that was cool.
coming back and like, shaking hands and
That was really cool.
and like, talking it out. And then Khabib and Trump, like that's pretty unique.
A lot of love got shown to everybody across the board last night, man.
Yeah.
It was good.
You were pointing out though, Trump looked tired.
He did. Listen, I can't blame the man. I mean, dude, what he's going through right now is fucking criminal. And, like we're at a point, I don't want to make this like a political podcast.
Oh, we can, motherfucker.
No, we don't got time for that. But, I mean, this man's involved in a fucking witch hunt right now. And he looks like it's affecting him, which is fucked up. But that's what they want.
It's okay. Go get Fauci, bud. Go get him.
All right, let's get out of here before we start getting crazy.
Yeah, Joel's
fucking go, boys. Let's go. Conor McGregor's coming soon.
All right, boys.
Good to be back.
We're back.